Hello there, Internet. Through merch, all gains are possible. If you know me, you know I like to say that. But it's also true. In fact, watch this. See that? It knows. So I thought I'd kind of revisit merchantry and how I use it. A lot of people like to ask me about it. So, let's get into it and talk about it. So I'm going to try to keep this as straightforward as possible. I figured we'd try to get into how I use merchantry and try to hit some of the high level stuff early so that if you don't want to stick around, you can just kind of dip out. But I thought maybe I'd do a couple runs or two as well so we can kind of, get into a little bit, see it in practice. So this will be both hopefully sort of a short and long video. So to start, I'm going to sort of skim through some of this. If you didn't see my last merchantry video, check it out. It'll probably be a little more in depth, but I'm going to just kind of touch on some of the high level points real quick. So the items that we're going to sell, the first thing I want to do is I want to stock up my cart. Actually, let's do this. Let's actually start with the carts. So thanks to the merchantry update, we actually have a new cart. But let's take a quick peek here. If you notice the food consumption, so in the upper left where it says trade wagon and grade, availability, blah, 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 consumption 2.5. This wagon uses a lot of food. So while it does give you the ability to buy 400% more, buy 200% more items from rapport, sell 400% more, you can really kind of buy and sell and make a silver faster. It's not necessarily making you more silver, it's just making it faster. It might make it a little bit faster, or make you a little bit more, but because you're not quite using twice the food, but you're selling 400% as much at one time. So it should actually make you more silver. And then, again, it uses that food up a lot quicker. So one of the things that I'm really trying to focus on is it's not so much the buying and selling that's doing it for me. It's a lot of the events and the sealed chests and stuff that I'm really trying to get. And those sealed chests come from events in the map. So we'll see that when we get in there a little bit. So that's sort of why I like this wagon. Now, this wagon also got an update where it now holds 3,000. And that's kind of a big deal because what that means is you can really load up the wagon. So before it only held 2,000. So it's not that you were limited in what you can bring in, but now with this wagon, I can really load it out. So if we go into my camp storage, this is from this little, here, let's go to select mode. This right here are all the items that you can buy in merchantry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be still doing my Trent Bear run, and I'm going to stock up. Now what I'm going to stock up with is everything but one of the items that I can't buy in Trent or Bear. So this dragon, this rock, and this rug I can buy in Bear. This crystal, this rock, and this ominous black mercury I can buy in Trent. So what I'm going to do is whichever one I have the least of, which in this case is going to be the sturdy wagon cover, I'm going to take out 100 of everything except that one. And I just rotate, whichever one's the lowest is the one that I don't take. And that just helps me kind of rotate through my stock and make sure that I'm using everything. And then I'm not taking anything from Trent or Bear. So now I'm going to load up my wagon. Now, if you notice in the lower left, my weight is 2,400 out of 3,000. That allows me to buy 2 items when I depart into, in this case, Trent. So let's depart into Trent. So I'm going to do real quick when I first load in there is I'm going to hit Bear as my destination. I've made that one of my destinations, and I've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so we got enough time. And I'm going to go and look at the value. Now, when I've got Bear as my destination, I check merchandise in Trent. There's no flags there. There's nothing that I can buy in Trent. But this is why I left room, because if there were 1 or 2 items I would buy, great. So let's pop out. Now let's take a look at the map. Let's see what we got for pins. This is not a very exciting run. This is probably one that I might reset, but they're all greens. There's no whites, so we're going to pop up and get that little blue. And I got 2 minutes and 18 seconds, but we're going to pop an elixir. A lot of times I use the elixir for this first run so I can get to Bear before the time resets. Because what I want to do is I want to take the same route. I want to go across, and then I want to come right back the same way if I'm really trying to maximize it. Now, I will be honest, I've been a little, I don't want to say lazy because it still takes a lot of time, but we missed it. A lot of times if you can take this upper route and get a lot of these, but it uses almost twice the food as just doing this quick little run back and forth here. So if there's a lot of really good events, you can do it. But even if there's like a couple oranges up there, man, the events to food ratio really isn't in your favor. But it will help you do it a little faster and use your food and get through your merchantry, which I know merchantry is sometimes a bit of a struggle for a lot of people. So it is one of those things that takes a little bit of time, and not everybody wants to do, so they want to get through it faster. So certainly do that if you want. But I'm sharing my method with you here today and kind of how I've tried to maximize things. And yes, I am a little busy, Woofty, recording a merch video. You're famous. So now that I'm in there, let's hit number 1 here, which is my autofill for Trent. Go into Trent, and I can buy a dragon statue. Before I buy it, let me just actually sell what I gotta sell. And if I was smart, I would have waited to sell that black fragment because it's at 18%. It might kick up to 20%. And 20% is where you start getting a little more experience from selling things. So let's buy the elixir. Let's talk about what I buy. I generally don't buy anything except the elixir, the black crystals for armor. I don't even buy Tower of Trials passes, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But anyway, let's see what we got here. There's only 1 item over there. If I'm going to sell 2, a lot of times it'll be worth it. So I've got the little flag. We'll buy the dragon statue. We'll pop out and we'll take a look. Collect my gold here. Wait for this timer to reset. And then pop. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the map. It's not too bad. So we'll go across here and do this. So while we're doing this, let's talk about camp placement a little bit. So my camp, I did move. You can see it there. I did move down to the bear area. It doesn't do a whole lot for you. One of the things it'll let you do is you can go up to the camp, and if you sit near it for a second, it'll give you like a lot of acceleration without having to hit it. It's not really a benefit. It's just something that happens, so I might as well mention it. But the other thing it does is it will let you stock up on food. But I'm not doing runs where I'm using up all my food, so there's no point for me to go into do the foods. The other thing it will do is that on this map, sometimes I'll get 7 workers instead of 4. And those will just help you clear events faster. So it's not a huge benefit to moving it to where you are, but it's something that you can do and I think is worth doing if you're going to be in a certain zone. If you're going to be doing long runs and you need to restock on food and that's sort of your style, then certainly place it wherever you need. But for me, it's not a huge deal. But it's a bonus and it's a benefit, and it helps you get through merch a little bit faster. You know, if these events just go a little quicker. See, look at that, 7 workers. Boom, logging. See how fast that logging went? Nailed it. So, why, just to kind of go back, why did I say I'm not buying Towers of Trials passes? Because I think Tower of Trials passes are the most important thing you can get here. When I say through merch all gains are possible, I'm really talking mostly about Tower of Trials passes. The reason for that is, we'll look at the Tower of Trials bonuses when we leave. But the Tower of Trials is going to give you, among other things, a lot of boss stamps. And what do boss stamps give you? Boss stamps give you a lot of silver, a lot of gold coins, and a lot of CP. Those gold coins you can use to roll, obviously, with Shack. That gets you Black Spirit experience, as well as can get you, if you're lucky, you get a red gear here and there, and a lot of gear to gear up your Ralts and family CP, and the boss knowledge obviously gives you a lot of family CP. So that is a big part of why we do merch and what we're looking for. But the reason why I'm not buying them is I get a lot of sealed chests at this stage in the game. So if you look at my level, I'm level 63 down there. And if we look at my workers, look at this. Logging, 153, mining, 153, foraging, 153, and combat, 193. So once you hit 150, you're getting 4 rewards per event that you find on the map. So when I go in and... let's just sell this real quick. Elixir. These exchanges for resources are always in your favor. And there goes my Bluetooth speaker turning off. Those resource exchanges are always in your favor, so there's really no reason to get it unless you're super low on any particular resource, but I'm not. And then if we look at the map, there's 1,000 food there. But there wasn't, well, we'll buy it just to show you. So I got 1,000 food from that. So this is free food, but I have to use it up. So I can travel a distance of 1,000 And then after that, I'm using up my food again. So we'll just do a quick little run up here. So let's just pop up here. And I should have paid attention to what my food was before I left, but I didn't. But see, here we go. Mining. I'm level 153. My 4 workers combined. That means they're 600. So I'll see that. Boom. 4 events down at the bottom. Plus a sealed chest. Sweet. So that is the workers getting all that experience and getting those levels, getting more rewards. That's the reason why I use that tier 3 cart. Because I'm going to get more of those events because I'm not using as much food, so I'm spending more time on the map and less time selling things. So that's what's going on with that. So pop this out. Now another thing you can do, another thing I can do sometimes, if I've got, sometimes when you'll get these things on the map or you'll buy them and not end up doing a run. So I can also unload all 3 of these. And then I'll just leave my 2 lowest items in storage. So I'm taking everything but 2 of the ones that I can buy anywhere else. And since I'm starting in Trent, I'll just load up the Trent items here. So now when I check, I hit number 2 here, I look at my value, I can check, I can see they want the rock fragment, but I've already got it in my cart, so I can just pop out. 59 seconds left, that's enough time to do a run. So we can scoot across real quick. Anything more than 45 seconds and you can complete a run, that's not terrible, so let's do it. So I am still doing the Trent Bear run. I haven't moved to any of the new areas that came out with the new updates. They might be better, they might not, but one of the things that I really like about this is I know this map so well. I know exactly where I can stand to reach what pins, right? So if I'm trying to get somewhere and get something, I know just how far I've got to cruise on the map here. Oh, there's nothing up there. I got to get the front of my wagon just up to the front of this little tent here before I can enter Bear. Right, like I know where I need to go. I know about how much food I can get, so when I'm at the end of a map and I buy that 1,000 food, I have about an idea about how far I can get with that 1,000 food, or if it's 500, or if it's 750. I have a rough idea of what it's going to be. These Grand Armor Stones right now are actually selling really good. So it may be worth it in some cases to buy some of these. I'm still not buying it. I'm just sort of stockpiling resources right now. But, whoops, not Bear. Let's head up to Trent. Let's see what we got. We want a rugged thing. And there's only a chandelier there, but that's okay. We'll buy it. And see that? Boom, popped up to 20. Profit. So something I didn't talk about is the Amity. Thank you, Dr. Faustus, for reminding me. Amity, they changed at some point. So you used to be able to get 200 rapport without needing the 30 Amity that you would get from maxing out with the local vendors. But now they've removed that. The most you can get is 170. So if you want that 200, you've got to go to town and max it out with some stamina. Excuse me. That's easy enough to do. It's just something you actually have to do. So. Boom, see that? See all those events and those rewards we're getting? So we're really, again, trying to maximize the amount of sealed chests we can get. So if you look at the bottom, this little guy right here, it displays a number of sealed chests currently in my possession. I've got 107 so far, and I open them up every day, so that's just on my runs today. What's he saying? What are you saying in chat there? Hard to find passes. Yeah. Okay, so so something I was going to say about the Tower of Trials passes. I can use 2 a day. You get the 1 for free. If you're clearing floor 60, it takes about 6 hours and 45 minutes to clear out the tower. Meaning that with the 1 free and then the 2 passes, it takes a little under 20 hours. So you can't maximize really more than 2 passes in a day. If you're completely 100%, starting them as soon as they end and getting up in the middle of the night, you can slowly kind of rotate that back to where you can probably get every couple days get 3 in a day. But there's really no need to try to get more than 2 Tower of Trials passes in a day. And again, I'm getting a lot of those through my sealed chests. So you can see right there, I've got 26, and that's sort of around where I float. So there's just really no need for me to buy them in town. They cost a lot of resources, and they're absolutely worth it. When you're starting out, you're not getting 100, and 50 to 200 sealed chests. I'm actually really trying to push for 200 sealed chests today. I'm trying to be super efficient. So by being super efficient, show you an example. Those 3 green pins there, I'm not going to run up and get, because I'm going to get a little bit of free food, so I'm not even going to waste that little tiny bit going over. We're going to drift in here sideways, enter Trent as close as we can, buy the food from Trent, and now we're on free food. Now we're using our free food, not the food from my storage. So 1,500, that's pretty good. I might actually have to take a look and see where, if I was really being smart, Caphras dust I always buy too, but I don't buy the condensed energy. I don't buy the skill book chests. I don't buy the black stones generally. We'll sell this, sell this. So let's pop out with 1,500 food. So when you come in from the bottom, of Trent, 100 food, 1,000 food will get you just about to the end of the bridge. I kind of really want those events, but 1,500 should get me around to that orange pin. So let's take a peek. So 1,500, I'm at 22.2, or 22, let's say 22.3 for easy math. So that'll be 20,800 food. So here we are right around 1,000. See that? Just to over the bridge. We're trying to get to 22.8. Excuse me. Y'all thought I was playing, like I know how far I get with my foods. Alright, so we're just a little under, but we're getting a bunch of pins, so we'll take that. And we'll just scoot, just give it a little nudge just like that to get that. See, like I know that I can get right in the middle of this forest to get these 2 events over here. Like I know the range to get down in there. So that's why I'm not moving. I know this map, this zone, this area too well, and I could certainly learn that in a new place, but I'm going to lose some of my efficiency. And it's all about efficiency. 2 sealed chests, but they're only yellows. I think the Tower Trials passes when it comes from the orange sealed chest, but I can't be sure. I can't say I've actually really looked that closely. I just know the rewards are so good. I just start blasting through the rewards at the end. I've stopped really tracking and measuring them. It's so worth it. So let's pop out. Merchantry, trade goods, unload all, bang, boom, camp. And this is all I do. This is merchantry for me, y'all. So let's do, what's the lowest one? These 2. The wagon badge and the dresser there. Oh no, this was the lowest. So we'll take out, this has technically more. And I missed one. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, we missed the chandelier. No, we got the chandelier. Oh, did I get one of these? I think I did. It's too hard to keep track. Let's just do it over. You? Oh, because I didn't take 2, because I was taking my other things last time, so that was just me being dumb. So we'll go like this, boom, boom, boom. So you don't take 2 if you're taking all 3 items from a town. Now, the reason I take all 3 items, if I'm taking an item from Trent or Bear, is because a lot of times you'll get 2. You'll be able to buy 2 in there, and I don't know which 2 it's going to be, and I kind of feel bad if I can't get one. If all 3 I can buy and I can't get it, okay, that doesn't happen too often, and I'm okay with that. But if it's 2, I want to know that I got them, so. All right, boom, hit number 2. Check the values, only 2 things, but we can buy the rock, okay. 2 minutes and 25 seconds is plenty of time. I can, depending on the number of pins, I probably don't even need to use an elixir. So, let's pop out. Let's take a quick peek, check the values. Not a really good run. One green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not great, but let's do it anyway for the sake of doing it. This might be one I would probably re-rack. I would just probably leave and come back in. But we'll do it. Let's see if we can get through it all without an elixir. Yeah, let's see those 4 rewards. Accelerate to the next one. Accelerating doesn't use any extra food. It just can be a problem because you can't stop moving. So if you hit it at the wrong time, you can definitely like overshoot your mark. Like if you're trying to go into town and you hit the accelerate, you can definitely waste food scooting 2 by. That's why I always drift into Trent, because you'll hit the wall and not keep burning food. But other than that, definitely accelerate. Get right to the end of the ring, so that you're ready to get the next pin immediately. Boom, next event. Keep going up here. Die. Jeez, please. Gotta watch out for those light posts. Sometimes you'll get stuck on them, which is annoying. Boost. Turbo boost. So we got them all. We didn't have to use an elixir. That's good. I mean, I've got 40 of them down there and 28 of the good ones, so I've got plenty to use. Wandering Merchant, where are you? Yeah, I rarely worry about the Wandering Merchant. Now, the Wandering Merchant has some really good stuff. He's got stuff that you can buy for silver, so you can buy things without having to use some of your resources. You can also sell things to him for big profit for the amount of items you sell. However, you don't know what you're going to get before you get to him. And sometimes he's a long ways away, and sometimes he just has nothing. So we're going to buy this one, even though I'm a little low on that resource. I say I'm a little low. Anything under 150 I kind of consider low at this point, so 150,000. So that's, I think, my lowest. I'm at 114 with that, so... Anyway, but yeah, you just don't know what the Wandering Merchant's going to have, so unless he's like right there, or I'm doing kind of a long run and I'm already using the orange elixir to teleport to him, I don't usually use that. So let's check the value. Before I bought that, I should have checked it. Oh yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. We're going to make money. Make money, money, make money, money. Right. Can't man. Let's see what we got. Yeah, see, this is another garbage run, but we're going to be selling 4 items, so that sort of makes up for it. So let's turbo boost. So if you didn't know, yeah, they added another elixir, though. If you're watching this, you probably care about merchantry and probably know that, but if you didn't, there's 2 different kinds of elixir. There's the orange one, which lasts for 45 seconds. This white one lasts for 20. So it lasts a lot longer, but it also lets you teleport directly to the merchant. So that can sometimes save you a bit of food if you're doing a long run. You can kind of maybe teleport through a bad spot. Maybe there's like a big chunk of some just poor events for the amount of food it's going to take to drive that far. You can use that teleport just to boom, scoot to another, to kind of get closer to Trent or Bear or wherever your destination might be, right? So look at this, 24, 22, 20, 18, big money, money, big money, money. Caphras dust, food, so 750 food. That'll get me just about past the light post. So let's see, we got 21,847, so that's essentially 21,1 is essentially what we're looking for. 2197 is technically what it would be. Oh, so that's exactly where that last one is. So we're gonna have to get the back wheel of my cart just about even with the light post, and then we'll get that event ready. Ping! And look at my food, 21.8. Think I'm playing with y'all? I'm not playing with y'all. It's merchantry. This ain't a game. Think we playing? Rough Riders. Classic Rough Riders there for you. Little DMX rather. Who was a Rough Rider? If y'all didn't know. And if you don't know, now you know. Alright. You still with me? I don't even know how long this has been, but this is what we do for hours on end. So if I go into merchantry, my food, I've got 33,000 left of my 92,000 I have to use a day, if you look in the lower right there. And so with 33,000, that means I've used about a third of my food, about 2/3 of my food. And how many sealed chests do I have? I've got 32 and 87. So that's 29. Yeah, I don't think we'll quite get to 200 a day. It's so close. I think the most I've gotten a day is 181. I really want to just hit that mark and say that I got 200 200 sealed chests in a day. So what's the lowest one? 1510 is the lowest. So we'll leave the dresser. The dresser from Calpheon, that's a Calpheon purchase. Wagon cover is from Kaplan. Trent. So let's do one more run, and then I think what I'll do is I'll pause the video, and then we'll come back when I finish, see how many sealed chests I got, and then we'll pop those bad boys open. All right, nothing to buy. They don't care. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. That's enough time. Camp map. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm racking it. I'm doing it. So we're just going to leave it with that, folks. So I will catch you when we're done, and let's see how many things we got. Peace out in a second. Here we are. We are wrapping up. We did not quite do it by the looks of things. But I think that was still a record for me. 192 sealed chests. See if we can get it in the last couple. So I had a couple other things I wanted to mention that I didn't mention before. Or at least I don't think that I mentioned. So let's just finish this up. 193. Can we hit this last one? I think we can get at least one more. So one of the things that I was talking about with the different carts, and I don't know if I really touched on a little bit how I use the new Tier 4 cart with its extra storage, extra ability to buy 400%. I use that to stock up. That is the end. So I use that to stock up on items when I go into towns, because since you can buy 400%, it's a lot easier. So I'll ride to a town, I'll switch out to that cart, and then I'll stock up, usually to around 3,500 to 4,000 of any particular item. That gives me enough to run for a couple days without having to go back, and I'm not too worried about losing rapport in those towns because I'm not visiting them. That is the Etheria, Calpheon, Florin, and Kaplan. I'm not in there much, so I don't really need the rapport, and I'm going to be buying up items to keep the rapport up if I really cared about it. So, but we hit level 64 too while you were gone, so yay me. So, yeah, so silver's really easy to get. So I think using that cart, that's another reason, like the benefits to having this wagon, right, and having the extra storage and the extra food is you can do longer runs, you'll finish merchantry faster, you'll make more silver. You'll still get decent merchantry experience because you'll be selling a lot more items, so it's not bad if you want to do merch faster and spend less time in here, so that's totally fine. But if you're really trying to maximize it, this here's that wagon, that 3,000 food, stacking up all those items like you saw me loading up, really just makes that a lot easier. But then the other thing too is, the number of sealed chests that I'm getting, right? So, what do we finish with? 193, right? 55 of those, 130 of those. I saved a few boss ones. Let's open those. Right, that's pretty decent. 92 boss stamps, 94 ancient tablets. Them some goodies, plus some grand stones, some black stones. We'll take that. Come on. All right, let's go open the goodies though, shall we? All right. So we'll head over here to the vendor. I'm going to open just the sealed chests first. Or the orange sealed chests to see what we get from there. Ooh, a Tower of Trials pass. Ooh, another Tower of Trials pass. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, y'all? I just got 2. I don't need to do any more for the day. We're good to go. Ooh, and 7 of those. Right, so just from that, 350 boss stamps, plus from the other boss, the shiny boss loot that you saw me get, I had another 100 from there, so we're on close to 500. I opened some other chests that had some boss stamps in it, so we're probably just from merchantry alone around 500 boss stamps. We're gonna do the tower. Right here, let's just finish this. We're gonna get 258, so that's 774 boss stamps a day. So between that, I'm getting about 1,250 boss stamps a day, easy, on top of everything else. So I'm getting, again, that gets me around 10,000 a week. So I'm getting 10,000 boss stamps a week. That's pretty good. You know, we'll take that. Let's open this one. And again, that's even if it was just the boss stamps, right? That would be worth it. But look at all this other crap that I gotta sort through in my inventory now. Look at it all. Oh, that was from the boss rush. Or the tower. Right, what else do you get from boss rushes? I forgot to mention earlier. You get all the chests that have a ton of light stones. Where a light stone's good for, had them. When I do 10,000 boss rushes, when I trade in those stamps, I get about 12,000 to 14,000 light stone fragments. It depends on how good the special boss rushes and stuff like that are too. But that equates to, I want to say that gets me around 100. These holy vials, maybe 50, maybe it's 50, I forget. But either way, that's enough to last for a little while. Gotta use up all the stuff. This is sort of like what inventory is every day. So anyway, one of the things I got sidetracked, getting all excited about the stuff that we got going on here, is the updates to merchantry. Eventually, merchantry is going to be giving you black pearls from those sealed chests. So when you're able to get the amount of sealed chests that I'm getting, I should be rocking and rolling once that comes around. Because my workers are higher level, because I'm getting more events, more rewards per event, I'm getting a better chance of getting those sealed chests. So I'm going to have a better chance of getting black pearls out of opening them. So this is why, y'all, you got to be doing your merchantry. So you want to stay with me while I finish sorting through this, and then we'll call this video a wrap. I have yet to synthesize, with all the crystals I've used, I've yet to synthesize a red one. Can I get one maybe once? I don't think so. I don't think I did. So many crystals. So I had planned, when I first started really doing merchantry, I had decided to hoard all my items for a month. So I had saved a month's worth of sealed chests, and granted I wasn't getting as many as I did now, but I was going to try to record a video of like opening them and going through that and seeing what the rewards were. It took me over an hour of doing this, like opening a chest, I couldn't open them all, fusing the crystals, opening the chest, fusing the crystals, opening the chest, fusing the crystals, opening the chest, absorbing the black spirit stuff. It was ridiculous. So I don't recommend hoarding merchantry chests. It was fun to do to see how many I had in there, but like when I had over 1,000 of the orange sealed chests and probably close to 2,000 of the yellow ones, like nah, bro. Plus all the other chests too, right? All the other little chests that have like the black spirit energy. No oranges from that. Boo! You can see I'm sitting on a lot of crystals though. Just saving the attack ones. All right, that's it. I will see y'all around. If you have any questions, especially if you're watching this, there's a good chance you're in Eden. So hit me up in game. You have merchantry questions, but really I'll probably just point you back to this. Knowing the why behind it, helps. So you can kind of make it work for you, but just knowing what to do. You just saw what I do, and that's what I do. So through merch, all gains are possible. Kisses, Internet.